Happy week 2. I hope everyone had a wonderful and relaxing weekend. I wanted to follow up with a quick video about word study lesson plans. It came to our attention last week that we saw a lot of core members who were confused about what to do when writing Voyager Word Study lesson plans. So I figured the best way to get this information to you all was just to do a very short video so we didn't have to pull you all into the same room. So first I'm just going to start out going through the steps of what core members should be doing when writing a word study lesson plan. Then I'll share with you the rationale for why the IMT decided to do it this way this year. And then I'll talk a little bit about how this was communicated to core members. And last, just give you some additional information about how to follow up with questions. So first, the steps for lesson planning with a word study, with Word Study Voyager. The first step is for core members to find the aligned Time Warp Plus Word Study Plan, and this is noted in their ISC under Curriculum Connections. So after they find that, they should go to their Time Warp Plus Voyager book and first go ahead and just read through the lesson plan. So right now I'm reading through Time Warp Plus Lesson 8. Just to read through, get a sense of what students should be doing during this lesson. Step 2, after they've read through it, they should be filling out the vision template specifically for the Voyager Word Study. So this is found on the ISC, and when I send out this video, I'll also attach it again. Here's a sample of this filled out, which is in the core member Balanced Literacy module. So they're going to go ahead and go through the vision process just like they would if this was a 5-step lesson plan or they weren't annotating the Voyager lesson. So after they complete this, the bottom portion, what's different about this template is that it includes guiding questions for them to annotate the actual Voyager lesson plan. So after they've completed this vision template and figured out where do my students need to be, what do I need to teach them, they're going to use these guiding questions to actually annotate the lesson in Voyager. So step 3 is for them to copy the Voyager text. So go ahead and actually photocopy lesson 8 and go through each of the guiding questions and put those things in here on the plan. So for example, the first question is, how am I going to open or introduce this lesson? The great thing about Voyager is it provides exactly the words that teachers should be using when interacting with the lesson, but unfortunately it doesn't have the specific words students or core members should use when they are introducing the lesson, giving procedures, checks for understanding, how to close out the lesson, and we know those are important parts of a lesson plan, so core members actually need to go through and write those in to the Voyager plan. So after completing those 3 steps, I wanted to share with you the rationale for why the IMT decided to do this year. So first, doing this does not require core members to recreate the wheel. The wording that Voyager gives them is good. If we were going to ask core members to just take what Voyager said and put it in a Teach for America template, that isn't really the best thing for core members, and it just takes up a lot of time to put things in a Teach for America template. So again, first, it doesn't require them to recreate the wheel. The second, it doesn't require them to write multiple word study lesson plans. If you look at the ISC, Voyager, because it's a spiraled curriculum, has potentially between 7 and 8 objectives for each word study unit. If we were doing it the old way, that would require core members to write 7 or 8 word study lesson plans for 1 day of teaching, which just does not seem like the best use of time and what's best for kids. And the last is going through the vision template setting or the vision setting with that template and then annotating this. It's still getting to that backwards planning mindset and starting with the end first. So we didn't feel like by doing this it would be sacrificing anything that core members are learning about how to backward plan and building the mindsets that backwards planning is what needs to happen. So the last thing I wanted to just end with is how is this all communicated to core members and staff? So it's communicated in a number of ways. First, it's included in the Balanced Literacy module number 2. Core members were to complete this on Monday of week 1 and then follow up with their LS if they had additional questions. It was also communicated in ELIT 1. Both of the elementary LSs took a significant amount of time in that session to model this process for choir members, given that it's very specific to the Chicago Institute, but also very specific to Voyager. So I'm hoping that this quick video has really cleared up some of the confusion that was around Voyager, specifically around word study, and will ensure that this week when choir members are planning for the word study lesson plan, they have more clarity about what they need to do, which will ultimately lead to our students getting to some fantastic word study lesson plans or lessons. So in terms of follow-up, if you have questions, CMAs, please reach out to your school director. School directors, if you could compile all of those questions together and then email them to Ashley and I, and our hope is that we can answer all of those questions and get them out to CMAs by lesson planning clinics tomorrow afternoon, so that choir members should be good to go and planning really solid word study lesson plans and thus eventually executing them for their students. Thank you so much for your hard work and critical thinking when attacking these word study lesson plans and Voyager. I know it can be a little bit difficult when you don't work with this curriculum every day, but given that Chicago Public Schools believes that Voyager is the best thing for these students this summer, we need to figure out how to make it work. All right, have a great week too, and I'm really looking forward to being in choir member classrooms and seeing these lesson plans executed. Have a good weekend. Bye.